Yeah, we start with news from the Bafana camp, and it's good news. No injury updates. The squad that coach Hugo Bruce selected and picked just last week at Safa House confirmed as it is leading up to the friendly international against Zimbabwe. But what the coach did allude to, though, and I'm going to come back to Dr. Khumalo about this topic, he is looking for a number 10. We know as it stands, doubts over whether Themba Zwane will make it to that Africa Cup of Nations later this year. Angola, Egypt and Zimbabwe await. Here's coach Hugo Bruce talking about tactics leading up to the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations.
That is also something that why preparation is for. We have to be prepared on everything, and maybe when you compare with the previous AFCON, we have a team in our group, Angola, that is quite different type of tactic than normal other African teams. So we have to be prepared for that, and we will try to do it during the preparation. So.
Now let me ask the legend now, Dr. Khumalo. It's going to be important, obviously, how Bafana play, but worries, as I said, Themba Zwane, a doubt. He's tried Sipho Mbule there, and he's looking at a couple of other options. How important is it to fine-tune the squad leading up to the match?
I think that's a critical point and position. My memory or my experience, there's 3 moments of play, which is defense, attack, and transition. So clearly in defense and transition is sorted, but then the attacking moment or phase, this is critical because remember the initiator of the attack is the jersey number 10, who has been giving a free role. So if you don't have that in the modern football, clearly you won't be able to attack.
So I don't want to come in here very quickly. Yeah. But if he's saying Themba Zwane is not available, what 3 or 4 or 5 options do we have at 10? I mean, obviously, he's not speaking about Mbule. Yeah. Who else is there?
It's difficult to point out at the moment, but I would like to believe that the boys in the PSL, they've raised their hands. So it's easy for us there must be a number 10. But we should go to Hugo. Because if it's not that type of a number 10, that means he has to tweak the way he's going to attack, play in Morocco.
Now let's get to some more good news. The Premier Soccer League had its annual general meeting on Thursday last week, and some notes are made here that the PSL maintaining a profit for a consecutive year, although it's dropped ever so slightly from 33.9 million to just 2.2 million. But what's good news also is that the revenue keeps climbing up. This is a 1 billion rand industry as well, 9% rise in terms of due to a strong sponsorship income, and the league continue to distribute this across all clubs, spending roughly 60 million as well. That's come from broadcast sponsorships as well as others like the Carling Knockout, MTN 8 and Nedbank Cup as such. But for more on this, you have a breakdown on sabcsport.com tomorrow as I break down what happened at the AGM. Sticking with that PSL meeting last week, obviously the Board of Governors gathered, and what was important here, discussion was around the NFD rule, the Motsepe Foundation rule around under 23 players. I'm going to go to Walter Steenbok. How important is this? Because I'm told Black Leopards chairman and owner, Ndate Tidiela, wanted it scrapped, but it's a fight that he lost. Steenboki.
Yeah, Mazola, it's very important that we have to understand that we've got to safeguard the game, and in other progressive leagues in the world, like in the German Bundesliga, for example, they advocate for 12 players, who 8 of them must be homegrown, but also the under 21 rule is very, very important. But this is just to safeguard the game, because as much as you have the DDC, you still have a good crop of players who are under 23, who needs to play at least at NFD level. And that can only help to be able to help those players to come into the CHAN. Because remember, the CHAN tournament also now becomes a breeding ground for these players. But again, for me, this is a very, very good decision. And more decision needs to come in. Especially I was talking to Dr. Off-Air, even the decision to say, how many local goalkeepers do you have also in the Premier League and in the First Division? Because there's been now an outcry of teams now having 3 foreign goalkeepers in the league. So this is very, very good, but precisely to safeguard the game.
Absolutely. Speaking of good decisions, Chippa United set to take one. Whether it will be a good one or not, we'll see as the season progresses. Bongani Sam set to go back to Eastern Cape, having left Kaizer Chiefs as a free agent. Tried his luck at TS Galaxy, but that did not materialize. Now about to join Chippa United. But for all this and more, keep it locked on sabcsport.com.